I'm a big comedy fan. One of my pastimes is going to comedy shows, but with this whole cancel culture, it seems like the comedy game is kind of dwindling down to where you don't even have real stand-up comics no more. You got Instagram comedians who do skits converting to be comics now. So it seems like the professionalism of comedy has gone down due to cancel culture. Now, pre-cancel culture, you had comedians who used to give game about real life shit that was going on, politics, family, just real life shit that was going on. You had people like what the fuck is his name? The white guy.
Who you got?
George Carlin.
Okay.
George Carlin. You had Paul Mooney. Like people who would say shit
funny as hell.
Funny as hell, but made you think at the same time, but was speaking truth at the same time. I think the closest we got to that today is Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams. Now, they kind of shut Cat Williams down. I really don't hear him jumping outside the lines too much anymore. But Dave Chappelle, he still pushed the limit. But besides that, it's like, ain't nobody saying shit. Because everybody's afraid to get canceled. Like, I just think, like, damn, imagine Bernie Mac trying to do
right now.
Right now. Like, just imagine that. Like, how you feel about that?
I think it's a fact. There's a comedian, and I want to first I'm gonna touch on like how you said about the Instagram comedians, because now what's going on is you have one or two TikToks of these comedians going viral, right? They get a Netflix special, then you watch the whole special, you're like, man, this shit is not funny.
Shit trash.
Not funny. You niggas are getting paydays off of 2 clips. That's where we're at right now. So I think comedians aren't even able to work on their game as much, and they definitely can't handle no hecklers because, like I said, they're so used to the 1-2 clips going viral or whatever that when they finally get, you know, on center stage and front stage, they're not able to handle the pressure. When it comes to cancel culture, I mean, the comedians, y'all have to do a better job at standing your ground, really, because you got people like Dave Chappelle, who he say whatever the fuck he want. He don't give a fuck, right? George Lopez, he say whatever the fuck. He don't give a fuck. You got people who, Bill Burr, say whatever the fuck they want. They don't care. Shane Gillis, a bunch of people, right? We need comedians to understand that more today, that this is an art form, and don't let the media take it away from you. So if you're going to go up there and be a comedian, then be a comedian. At the end of the day, anybody getting offended can't take a joke. They shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Y'all have to be able to have enough willpower to say, I might lose some fans because they too sensitive. But those are not the people for me. They shouldn't be watching my content then. And I think the more the comedians do that, it's almost like, you know, a kid. Like, you could cry, you could kick, you could scream, you could do whatever. I'm going to keep doing this shit. So eventually it's going to be like that doesn't have as much weight on how these comedians, you know, run their shows.
Yeah, I feel like comedy was the last thing we had in entertainment that was no holds barred. When they try to censor the music, when they try to censor the movies, it's like, all right, we got comedy.
Yeah.
This is comedy. You can say whatever the fuck you want. It's a joke. Even though it's a lot of truth in these jokes. Because the best comedians to me is the ones who can put real life situations or break down something like politics, like the damn, I can't even say it, the C word, where we had the big shutdown. And they put it in a comedy, but they put it in a way that is funny, but it's thought provoking. To where it's like when they telling a joke, you like, damn, where he going with this? You don't know where the punchline is going. And when he get there, you like, damn, that was genius. Like Dave Chappelle is a genius at doing that, which is why he's so big. But now everybody, I feel like they follow the same trends. It's almost turning into the music game. It's like you said, they come from Instagram, and then all the jokes is just sex related. Let's just overly sexualize the women in the audience, and then tell a bunch of stereotypical jokes about black people, and bam, that's the skit. Like, that's it. Nobody's pushing the envelope anymore. Nobody's trying to jump out there on the ledge like, fuck it, I'm putting my career on the line for this shit. It's becoming too cookie cutter to me. How you feel about it, Messiah? You fuck with the comedy shit?
Yeah, I fuck with the comedy. At the end of the day, it's freedom of speech. You can't say what you want. I just think Dave Chappelle and certain people are sharp enough to articulate what they want. I don't think he speaks the way he always want to speak. He's speaking in a way that people can understand and still try to make a comedy special for people without basically deteriorating his audience. You're not getting the same Dave Chappelle you got from the Chappelle show that you get now. He can't never talk like he used to talk back then to now. So I think that's the difference in these comedians. Now these niggas even looking at it like, I'm not even gonna jump in comedy if I can't talk reckless how I want to. Like you said, Bernie Mac, even from Steve Harvey to all them back then, the kings of comedy, was talking crazy. Yeah, so you can't even do none of that. So like, what's the point of even try to get a bag in that when they making it too hard to even to even get me in that position to do that. So I just think the comedy shit is dying off because of that. You don't have no more Comic View. You don't have none of that stuff no more. So
I grew up on Comic View, man. I'm just thinking like, damn, imagine Comic View in 2023. Like, they'll damn near cancel out half that show. You can't even talk about the shit they was talking about. Especially with the whole Me Too movement and the LGBT. That's half the comedy right there gone. That you can't even make a joke about.
And I think too, it's like, why in all industries are we letting a small percentage of people dictate the type of content we make? Like, and I'm saying across all spectrums, you black, white, LGBTQ, whatever. Somebody makes a joke about your race, you're offended. Now you want to say that, you know, how you feel about it is how your whole race feels about it or your whole gender feels about it. But it's really a smaller percentage. So that's where we're at right now. We're letting a small percentage of people across all spectrums dictate the masses.
I don't think it's just that, but we always say people entitled to their opinions until somebody get their opinion, then they get ridiculed for giving their opinion. So it's like a lot of things is just not what it's supposed to be. If these platforms are the only way to get our voice out there and you can't say certain things without them throwing you off the platform, then that's where the control comes from. It's not that we allowing it, but it's like, what you gonna do unless you got enough brains to make your own platform where you accept certain things. So at the end of the day, anything you put on is gonna have a certain thing where they hit you at. You can't say that. Can't even write certain comments without them.
Man, oh my.
I use certain words like, man, what? They talking about,
you sure you want?
Like, this been flagged already before for something similar. Like, what are you talking about? You know what? I don't even want to say nothing no more on this.
Instagram's a safe place.
Yeah, that's like crazy, nigga. Like, you sure you want to say this has been flagged before? Bitch, I wrote it. Yes, I want to say it. The fuck you mean? That shit crazy. But yeah, we got to cancel culture, man, because at the end of the day, anything anybody says can offend somebody. You cannot appease everybody. And this is the thing. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to listen. It's something for everybody. If you don't like what the fuck's being said, scroll. You don't like what's being said at the comedy special, don't go. Or fucking leave.
I think it's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying?
It's really that easy.
I think it's deeper than that because it's to the point where if they allow anybody to say anything, then we're disrupting the program of the Matrix. You know what I mean? We're going to start letting people get too far off on speaking too much deep shit, speaking too much real shit. So it might be just like, yeah, we're going to use the bullying and all this other shit, but we know the real agenda because we're going to keep programming y'all ass. And if we start to allow y'all say anything y'all want, y'all going to disrupt the way we trying to keep y'all focused.
What the fuck is cyberbullying? What is cyberbullying?
Yeah. You know what's crazy is like, it's Gen Z's fault really for that. Because when it first started, niggas was literally saying like, yo, just turn the computer off.
Nigga, do this.
Yeah. Just shut the shit
what'd
off.
he say?
Shut the shit off.
Bullying over.
But this came to a place where I think we've had some cases where people have ended their life, people have retaliated in certain ways, and it's instilled that fear, and it's made consequences where now if you do cyberbully somebody and they do something, you could get charged for that shit. So they've made it laws where it's like it's going to affect people. And I think it has to do obviously with Gen Z because, you know, at first it was sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Right.
I think that's changed, you know, from even when I was a kid, because I'm a part of Gen Z. When I was a kid, niggas was still saying whatever. Nigga, fuck your mama, whatever. Like, it didn't matter. Now you say some shit like that, it's a wrap. You get what I'm saying? You might get sent home from school.
Now, when we was kids, nigga, that's the thing. These kids ain't got no tough skin. They making them weaker by the day. You was getting roasted at school.
You better get your jokes up, nigga.
Yeah, you got a whole group of people just in a circle shooting on each other to where it's bad for people like, well, you have to get your shit right. You either have to come to school fresh as you can, or you have to, like you said, get your jokes up and get your shit together. But you didn't take it personal. It happened in that moment, and you left it alone. Some niggas did take it personal and want to squabble.
But even then, it was
but it was a
with.
dead situation after that. Yeah, so it is what it is. The world is just in a fucked up space right now.
But to these social medias, and specifically TikTok, y'all got to chill with this allowing people to flag shit for bullying or harassment or whatever without doing the due diligence of figuring out what's really going on. Every time I go live on that motherfucker, I get flagged, and it partially be for shit other people said that they might have came on there and said a word that's banned from that platform, but then they'll ban your shit for it because they said it.
They can lie and say you said something.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you on there saying some shit they don't agree with, they'll be like, oh, you bullying. You cyberbullying or you harassing or using hate speech. That's what they like to use, hate speech. Oh, he said he don't like heavy-set women, hate speech. Now your shit banned for a week. So y'all gotta fix that shit, man. Like he said, sticks and fucking stones. You don't like what's being said, click off the live. Stop reporting motherfucking shit. That shit is crazy to me.
TikTok crazy too, because it's like even with your posts, like you say something, it get taken down. By the time you appeal it and it get put back up, it's the traction is gone.
Traction
You
gone.
ain't getting shit from it. So
Exactly.
they know what they doing.
Exactly. But yeah, man. Cancel culture, man.